Alright, we are back in Dominions 5, everybody, with some more Dominions 5 Blitz for you today. We are in turn number 11 here, and there's a lot of battles going on now, so we will have a look at all the stuff that's going on. And here we go. Sea of Rond, that is our Pretender expansion. Your mom is taking on the Narrow today. Casting Barter and Scheduled Body, Eagle Eyes doesn't really matter for her here. And then she moves forward to be passive-aggressive, as moms like to be, and there you go. Just beating them down with her nibbles. Dog nibbles. Don't think about it. Alright, and yeah, no problem taking down that province. Then there's a battle in the Might Marsh over here again. We're trying to take that once more with our Shambler stack that I have made. So now they can come in here and clean up this little province. Shouldn't be too much of a hassle. They're being cast Frighten upon them. And do they end up losing the commander here? No, they didn't even get to lose the commander, and then they run away. Yeah. So, fun stuff. Yet again, I failed to take this silly little province that in Might Marsh. Oh well. Next time we come in here, there will only be 7 units. Alright. Anyway, then in the Sinks, we see Sistis come in and take this province, and then I try to come in and take it from them immediately after. So that I did remember correctly that I go over here. This is just a little congregation of Bloodhenge Druids with random foul spawn, some blood slaves, and some wine men. They have a few magic gems. So they're actually not that weak here. And we see Stish come in on the other side, but they have these Sobek guards. And they have just a random little lizard lord to get them moving forward. They don't have like a prophet blessing them or anything. It's just standard. They are pretty strong units as is, but so he's just using them as like a strong type of infantry. And they will go in here and clean house for sure. They don't care about the poison. What are they casting? Agony on them? Yeah. But in reality, these few Bloodhenge Druids can't really harm these guys, so they will trounce them completely. Do they lose anything here? They lose a few light infantries. Okay. Then we come in the Sinks as well, with our mercenary squad, which I don't think they would have won against that independent army anyway. But here we go, they get to meet Sistis' forces. Hopefully, oh, I feel like they got a kill there. Then another kill, yeah, and then they just get absolutely slaughtered. Which is fine, there was the last turn for them, so we killed 4 units, 2 poison slingers and 2 light infantries. It doesn't really matter. But we got to use them for something, and I can claim like I didn't know that he was in there. So there's no war starting because of this, as far as I'm aware. Then there's a battle in Inuktia, and then we see Asphodel come into Inuktia as well. So this is, of course, something that I was hoping would happen, and then I get to apologize for it after the fact, saying, oh, I think he says too, oh, I didn't know you were coming in there. And I'm like, oh, I didn't know you were coming. Of course, I was hoping that he would come in here and throw his units against my Orichalcum Guard. So here he comes, and what is he coming in with? It's the same force that we saw before. So now we get to find out whether or not my Orichalcum Guard can beat these guys. Our Storm Captains are still not super useful. They're casting aim on the few archers that we have back here, so that's not half bad, considering. One of our Orichalcum Guards get wind entangled back here. So here comes the centaurs moving forward, and those are the interesting ones. So let's have this is the first like real engagement. I think we outnumber them with our Orichalcum Guard, and these guys are blessed. You can have a look at his blessed. They have morale 1, poison resistance plus 10 doesn't really help. Undying plus 10 gives them 10 extra HP, and then they have HP plus 4, so a total of 14 extra HP effectively, on top of their normal 27. So no, this is with the bless, right, for the 4 HP here. So you can add 10 to they're 37 HP to my blessed units here. Do they have magic weapons? No. So my guys will be considered to have 33 protection against them, but they come in with 3 attacks, and of course they can make my guys fall asleep, which is really bad. They have to defense skill 20, because they're considered mounted units, so they have all kinds of, and shield parry here, yeah. Minus 19, okay, yeah, nice. Yeah. So here we go, the lines clash in slow motion here. Some of my guys are getting entangled. Are we falling asleep on turn 1 here? No. But we see this sleep aura is trying to affect us. They get first hit. Do they have lances? Bronze lance. Charge bonus for the first strike. Bonus is limited to half the strength of the charging unit. Mounted units and flyers gets a... I think they count as mounted units for the purpose of getting the lance charge here. So they get an extra damage bonus, and he does deal 11 damage to me on this one hit here. I'm very interested about it. I haven't had time to analyze this battle. Here we get hit by 12. Then we deal 19 back here, and also deal a never healing wound. So he's leading the first round so far. We take another hit here. Are we falling asleep anywhere? Yes, this unit has fallen asleep. There's a 10% chance each round for a unit to wake up. Also wake up automatically if it takes any damage. But effectively, that means he's now out of the fight. He has defense skill 0 because he's asleep. So he will be hit by the next thing trying to hit him, right? And he only wakes up if he takes damage. He will be regenerating, I think, while he's sleeping, though. We see my guys regenerating in the fight. So if we sustain the fight, I will win out. And again, my guys are running ahead. So I really needed, apparently, to script attack closest. It seems to be a recurring problem. I didn't know. I thought that would be like the basic order. So I don't think we've lost one. Now here he took 28 damage on one guy, so he's down to -1. Being kept alive, though. This guy's shield is damaged. Okay. Damn. He just broke his shield. Again, more of my guys being affected by the sleep aura. We have 13 magic resistance. So far, no one has died in the front fight here from either side. I'm interested to see who will get the first blood. Same over here. This guy's size 6 and has trample. No, okay, they don't come in with trample. These guys, really, they're elephants without trample. And they have these sleep wines that do fatigue damage, so this guy is super fatigued right off the bat. This guy here, 51 fatigue, which is also bad. Another thing that effectively makes us fall asleep. We've got another guy who has fallen asleep here in the middle of the fight. Bad time to take a nap, I say. If we kill one here, I think that's first blood. So my guys are sustaining it for now. We're taking damage but not losing anyone. Lots of damage being taken across the board. And we're reducing regeneration all around here. The corner fights are usually the more brutal ones. A lot of my guys seems to be sleeping. Look at that. Sleeping, sleeping, sleeping. Which means that they are not attacking until they have been hit or have like rolled the dice to wake up. Meanwhile, these two out here, I thought they would. I honestly would have bet my money on them, but I suppose they're surrounded by way more guys. And yeah. So I also have my prophet, of course, throwing down spells while he does not have the luxury of anything similar. He has this commander. Wait, I'm not sure what that one's doing. Trakis is his name. Casting quick roots. Okay. Probably trying to root some more of my people. We killed the corner units here. Still don't think we have lost a single guy, but I think we're losing in here. It's tough to say. Do we get away scot-free from this one? That would be nice. We're throwing out poisoned bolts. which does poison this guy here. Alright. We're holding out, holding the front line. And killing these black centaurs is pretty significant. They are his sacred cap only recruitable units, so pretty big deal. Okay, we lost an Orichalcum guard up here. I think that's the only one though. His guy's poison immune. Yeah, they're poison resistant, right? That's in his bless. Yeah, we're cleaning them up. So we're definitely winning, and now they're running. We lost one more guy up here. Channel Divine Poison, okay. But that doesn't really help against my regeneration. And so in the end we cleaned the house. No problem. So in the Nuptia we lose 2 Orichalcum guard, but we wiped 15 black centaurs off board and the Carrion Centaur, and then just a bunch of chaff. Really good fight for me. I'm pretty satisfied with that whole business. There was an unexpected event in Fehia. We get more gold, because why not? Worldwide event is the same. A new famous hero has arisen. Alright, and that is our first Storm Captain probably, and he gets enormous strength, which doesn't really matter, but if he ever ends up in a melee, then he will hit harder. They are not supposed to ever really go into melee though. But we got this province here, and we got to kill his little expansion party. Very nice. Does he see my pretender here? He does. So I think he guesses that I will be taking this barbarian province. And again, I'm sorry, sad that I didn't move into the Serenity here earlier on, because now we see that Jotunheim has claimed it for himself, and I don't want to start an open war, so I have, in essence, I have ceded these 2, or at least this one, water province to him, which was not part of my plan. I really thought that I would be able to take all of it, and he has managed to snatch a few underneath my nose. And so there's not a lot for me to expand into at this point. We can infer that most of the land here is grabbed. Asphodel owns this in here. Yeah, we now see his capital is here. So he will own this part up here. And every part up here is also grabbed, and over here. So what remains is the ocean. And I can move your mom into the ocean here, but there's no dominion here. And so I end up moving her onto this barbarian stack here. And where is my prophet is here. I forget where they go from here. I don't know. Because they are sort of out of places to go. I think maybe they actually go for clearing this throne here pretty early. And here we are now recruiting these Colossi Heavy Infantry. They've been pumped out. We have 2,000 gold in store. And so, yeah, I have started a fort here in the Land of Our Lord. It's sort of the bottleneck territory. If Jotunheim ever want to come across here, he would have to go through the Land of Our Lord. It also has a nice amount of gold income already, so I think it's a natural one to put a fort in. One note, though, is that it's not a coastal province, so we don't get the coastal fort bonus, but it's still pretty nice, and it comes with a lot of gold, right? So if I had put the fort in Gilgad here, it wouldn't be strategically as good, and also probably still worth a little bit less. Can we see the admin bonus here? Administration 15. Coast income bonus plus 10%. Alright. I didn't know that we actually could see the precise amount. It's 10%. Is that present here as well? Yes. And if we get a bigger fort, still 10%. Okay. But that's pretty significant. Yeah, we're making a lot of money here. We can have a look at my score graphs here. Province is going steadily up. It's really not that informative when we don't have anything to compare it with. Anything else in here? No. Alright, this was turn number 11. Let's have a look at turn number 12. Continue game. In party, Danish party 12. We have a battle in Fukan. Here we go into a bunch of barbarians. What could possibly go wrong? Am I right? Here your mom is not afraid of anything. She's casting Skeletal Body, Barkskin, Eagle Eyes, which she doesn't need. So that puts her at how much? Hold on. Fatigue is not a problem. Alright. She is blessed in here, so she does have protection 17 in total. Pretty decent, and can kill a lot of barbarians in a few swings. But oh my lord, I had forgotten how bad barbarians are for us. She even routes half the stack early on here, but you can see where this is going. Yeah. She just gets murdered. So I made a total new mistake and then moved my Pretender into a stack of barbarians, and I paid the price. We lost your mom. Your mom is dead. Yeah. Meanwhile, the Prophet is taking Might Marsh with this exaggerated amount of force, which we didn't really need, but it's fine. I mean, they didn't really have anything else to do. We finally got that territory. Unexpected event in Murias. A group of knights attacked the province and attempted to take control. That'll prompt a fight. Luckily, they didn't try to take a province where I'm building a fort or anything, so we don't lose anything significant, but we do lose the province. Our Orichalcum Guard can easily take that back, though, so it's not that big of a deal. We lose Dominion in Anstrata, so now we're seeing some of the bad events finally. And we lose population in Inuktitut. Up here. Alright. So yeah, bad. A worldwide event is secured. The locations are still cheaper, and we didn't find any magic sites over here. Nope, a big deal. We now have a laboratory set up here. I think I'm recruiting, I've been recruiting 2 priests here that will then run around and build temples in my forts. And now I also realize all of a sudden that I need tons more priests, because we need to start calling our god back. Here. Calling god will require more. Many priests for many months. The more the better the priest, the faster it will go. I think it's about 50 total priest levels you need to call back or something like that. Which is pretty significant. So yeah, your mom is gone. And she could have just expanded over here and the water was safe. I got cocky. Everything had been going so well, so I thought she could easily take these barbarians on. And she was close, to be fair. She routed half the stack before the fight had even really begun. But then the rest of them cleaned her up right fast. So bad luck, but I mean, probably not bad luck, just poor planning on my part. It happens. On the mainland, we see some borders being established over here by Jotunheim and Asphodel. Anything else of note? Not immediately. No. So that was an unfortunate turn for me, I think. We also learned that in Might Marsh, we literally make 1 coin per turn. It wasn't even worth taking the province in the first place. So yeah, bad. Just such a bad province. Of course we find some magic sites here later, but we don't do that yet. So let's go into turn number 13 and get 1 more into this episode. Now this one I had already planned. So here's an example of me saving, copying the files and the turn files after having planned the turn. And so then it saves my moves and all the things that I do during the turn. That's how I would need to do it in the future if I ever do this kind of playback again. So something to note. But here we get to see the movements for this turn. That's awesome. Oh, we need to check the battles. Oh, I sent it in one of our priests here just to check what was in this throne. And we find this army here. So the front line here is not a problem for our Orichalcum Guard at all. So the only thing that could stop us is if they had some really awesome mages in here, and I didn't really have time to look at them for a long time during the play, and now looking at them now, I don't think that I see anything here that could really stop us. They're gonna throw some spells that are gonna be annoying, but we can definitely take this on with our Orichalcum Guard stack and then claim a throne early on. Then in Fukan, we send in our Orichalcum Guard to avenge our god. Your mom is dead. We are taking vengeance for our mom, your mom. And so, just like that, no losses taken. This is how I should have done it in the first place, of course. Hindsight is 20/20, as they say. Then we see a battle in Sox from the Jotunheim attackers here. They are blessing one of their units here. Let's see what their bless is all about. He has morale +1, attack skill +2, shock resistance 10. Oh, that's bad for me, because I am so shock focused. Damn. Defense skill +2 is pretty good. Reinvigoration 1 is nice for his casters. Then Blood Surge 3, really, huh? Now, he is a blood nation, and so he has blood on his pretender for sure. Alright. But no regeneration as you often see on Jotunheim. Though of course the wolf fit-ins here, they come in with regeneration nonetheless, but they're not blessable. He does have a Jotunhers here, who's a commander. Oh, okay. Yeah, so they're just attacking. They got rid of those wolves. No problem for them. Unexpected event in the Endless Ocean. We get more random gold. What? A priest of your mom, queen of this world, has been preaching and warning people of the end of the world. People are frightened and have come to temple to seek comfort. Faith has increased and much wealth has been donated to the temple, but they do get a little bit of unrest. Okay. We get bad omens in Kurumu. Doesn't really matter. We lose a lot of people in the Sea Stag Lake. Endless Ocean, we gain a lot of people. And then we have completed a castle and a fortress in Anserna here. So these two castles are done. We're still building here in Land of our Lord. We have started a palisades up here by Asphodel, because he has agreed to the peace treaty. So if he holds that up, that means I won't be interrupted in my castle here, and it is a high income province. So I decided I want to have a castle here, and that means we can build more temples also to spread our lovely dominion. It's also tricky to plan where we want to build more castles from here on out. I think I end up building one here in Volvermori at some point. Yeah. And in the castles that we currently have, we are setting up a few Colossi Weavers, but then mostly we are going to be recruiting these Storm Captains everywhere we can. We are now... Yeah, construction is now completed, and we have started on the first... We already have the first tier of evocation, following up on that, and we immediately start forging owl quills with our weavers here. Two this turn, yeah. 2 owl quills on the way in, using some of our air gems. We have a crazy amount of air gems coming in general, and we don't have the research to spend them. Then we are attacking in Jebero here with all of our stuff. Oh, and I didn't script this guy. Look at that. Oh no. I might have fixed that after the fact, but I have that set. Oh no, I don't have that on the number buttons anymore. Alright. I haven't made a proper script for them at this point in the game, because they still don't have proper spells to cast. They only have, like, aim is what they're going to be casting anyway. It doesn't really matter. But here we go with our 32 Orichalcum Guard, and I'm even sending in my Shamblers just to assist. Hold an attack rear. So they will be taking this throne province in the next turn. Turn 13. We do another turn here. I don't know if there's anything else to talk about on this one. It doesn't look like it. And from here, see again, no, see, I don't understand. Now I thought I had figured out how these dark vessels work, but they can't sail to my capital from here. With this ability, he should be able to sail Karatos from Fukan through here and up into Phasia. But he can't. Why can he not do that? I don't know. I don't know, man. I wish I understood. Here's the haunted village. Also a site that we didn't have to site search for. Pretty nice. Alright, and we did find tar pits in here. I guess I didn't catch that. Alright, let's have a look at the next turn before we end the episode. Quit saving into turn number 14. Here we are. We get water gems from Cetis. Oh, let's go back real quick. Water gems from Cetis. I think I know what that is. He and I couldn't tell people's voices from each other. We were talking, all of us in a Discord chat. I couldn't tell who was who because everyone, these are new people to me. So someone was asking for a water ring, a ring of water breathing, and I was like, I can make that. And then I realized later that, oh no, I think it ended up being that I thought it was for Cetis, and so he sent me the gems. So I sent him in this turn a ring of water breathing, yeah, that I have crafted. And I didn't realize I was dealing with Cetis, who of course I don't want to help, because he's my nemesis in this playthrough here. At least I did have some hard feelings about him taking this here without at least giving me something for it. It was a pretty hard hit for my early expansion. I still feel that. Anyway, the dormant pretender gods are awakening, and it's only in-game hard feelings. Of course, the guys, everyone in the chat was super nice, and I enjoyed playing with all of them. So there's no hard feelings in outside of the game, the context of the game. We are attacking Njeburo, this throne province. I didn't even get to script for things here. He's just gonna be up front and die. Oh well. So these casters back here are throwing what? Summon imps, which could be pretty bad, these imps, if they landed on. So, but for my setup here, I'm not really scared for my commanders. They're all well armored. One of them is the Prophet, and it would be bad if those imps land on him. We're lucky over here that these Shamblers actually take the lance charge of this cavalry. So, Orichalcum Guard will get away scot-free. We're seeing earth elementals, but my guys have magic weapons, so they don't care about these silly incorporeal beings. And yeah, we're just kicking butt and taking names. You fight a little bit, I suppose, with that heavy cavalry, and there's a fire elemental, but again, what's it called? It is a ethereal being in Dominus 5. Very hard to hit with non-magical weapons, but we have magical weapons. Oh, I guess not on these heavy colossi. Oh well. Yeah, here comes the Orichalcum Guard. They just murder them, clean them up right up, and then they push to the back line. I think we take some losses here. Almost certainly. And we were hit by some friendly fire there. Alright. We lose 5 Colossi Heavy Infantry, and we lose the Shamblers. But no Orichalcum Guard lost, which is the important part. Lovely. Yeah. So, that is our throne. We get the Throne of Life, which is pretty useless for me. I mean, if I could have chosen any of the other thrones, I would, because this one gives me growth +1, and I already had maxed my growth, so it's pretty bad. But oh well. 3 gems per turn, and we will of course be claiming that immediately with our Prophet, even though it's kind of tricky. Do you want to show the other players early on that you have cleared this province? And I was telling them in the chat that this was a really easy throne to take, which is not a lie. There was no reason for me to not do this early on, except for maybe not showing my hand. But it's fine. So I claim that throne, and then I think we are calling God in here, and we are recruiting more priests in our provinces all around. Still building palisades here. There's an event in Fehia. Oh, so now we get our first stack of Gigantes, and I didn't show them in the introduction like I had promised, but here they are. They come in with a Locos, like this guy here, a size 4 Hoplite, Greek-inspired giant, with he gets 6 of these Gigantes in support. And so they're just free units that wander onto our island. They do come, of course, with an upkeep cost, and they are not like cheap units or anything. An Orichalcum Guard costs 16 by comparison, and a Colossi Heavy Infantry costs 16. So they are a little bit more expensive, but also significantly better. This guy has a Magic Spear and is generally a really strong unit if you give him some good items. And I think I end up crafting a few, at least, like miscellaneous slot items and some boots for them at some point. For armor, hat, and weapons and shield, he already has nice stuff for free. So we only need to, if we want to boost him a little bit, we give him some miscellaneous items and a feed slot. So I'll be working on that, and we'll be using them. It's tricky with them because they come in and they are not sacred, and they're strong units that we cannot replenish if we lose them. So I end up not really want to use them too much, and then in effect I don't really end up using them all that much. We'll see them in play later down the line. And I have now hired the wet ones that were previously hired by Jotunheim. I hired them away from him so that he couldn't keep them. I just bet high on them to make sure that they switched to my side. I don't know if he also bid on them for this turn, but nonetheless, here they are. They have joined our side. We get an event in Inuktitut, losing gold now, and in the Land of Our Lord we get Dominion +3. That's pretty lucky. Alright. And so we are done building the fort in here. We are building castle in Anserna. And we've got more priests coming in. We built a temple here so that we can now build priests and priest units more places. I end up never really building these Windcallers. And in hindsight, I really should have built more of them. I should have built some of them. They are just better battle mages than the storm captains, because they come in with the same magic pass plus 1 extra, so potentially even 1 more in air or 2 in water. Even 1 in astral can be nice for some self-protection. In general, the storm captains, because they have protection and such, they're better, but if they end up just casting spells, they come in with 10 spellcasting encumbrance, where the Windcaller will have how much? 6. So they can cast fewer spells in combat, and I think it is actually a big mistake by me not mixing in these Windcallers, at least to some extent. They can only carry, they can sail with tier 3 or max size 3 units. Oh, okay, so that's nice for them, but of course then they come in with really low protection and hit points, so they are significantly more vulnerable in the fight. But mixing in a few of them, I think, would be just fine. Anyway, that is this turn here. We have done all of the events and stuff. Finish this construction here. And I think we stay here for 1 turn with our Prophet army, and then we'll be sailing up to take Nurias immediately thereafter. But then the initial expansion phase is sort of done, and we'll be waiting on our Pretender to finally be able to take more of this land. Losing the Pretender means that we are not claiming these provinces here, right, early on, which is kind of bad. Look at this, the Holy See, 126 gold, and I can't grab it. I'm gonna move these wet ones down, and I'm pretty sure they just die. But that'll be for the next episode. So I hope you guys are enjoying the playthrough. This is Keechan signing off. See you next time, guys, and bye-bye.